So this is the start of the curtain wall. Now this looks a lot different than what our goal is. So to get our goal started, we're going to use this curtain grid to embed a few verticals and horizontals. What you couldn't see in the image was that there was a horizontal mullion at the 3 foot area, so we're just going to make one there. You can see that it's highlighting, you can see like a dashed line come into play. That is telling you that you're doing a vertical, so wherever the dash is, that's where it's going to put it. And if you roll around, I'm not sure how I got the horizontal now that I'm stuck on vertical, but it kind of magically appeared before. There it is. So then if you get closer, I guess, to the vertical edge, you'll get the horizontal. So that's how you get one or the other. And so now I'm just going to plop in randomly 2 verticals. And then let's go to the south elevation. And we're going to use, you can see how those actually want to be equal distant. And there's a cool way of doing that. Pretty simple. Go ahead and select one of them, and under modify, use the dimension tool and select this left edge, select the next vertical, and the right edge, then select somewhere down below, and then you'll see this equal that's slashed out. So if you want something to be equally distant, you just click on that and it automatically moves that to be equally distant. Now that we just use that to space these out equally, we don't really need the dimensioning, so I'm going to delete the dimension. You see it comes up with a warning: dimension that has equal constraints is being deleted, but the elements will still be constrained. Push unconstrained to remove this. We'll just say OK. We can see that if we hit the this constrain button, we'll see what constraints are still there. So if you're ever curious of what's constrained and what's not, come down here, close reveal constraints. So that will reveal the constraints that you're currently operating under. Alright, so then we have that created. So the next thing we do is we need to put in our mullions. So let's just go ahead and, in fact, actually, let's use I'll just select the entire curtain wall and I'm going to edit. And in here you have a series, we have the construction, we said embed, curtain wall panel. If we had a specific panel we wanted to introduce, we could. We could say it's solid glaze. We could put any of these other types of curtain walls in the panel. That could be helpful. But we're not going to do that right now. But we also can control the vertical and the horizontal and the vertical mullion. So that is also helpful. So we can start to see what is possible. So I'm just going to say, if we want to deal with the layout, we could give it a specific distance. Now we've already specified the grid, so we really don't need to mess with these. But if, say, you had a 40-foot long by 40-foot tall curtain wall, you could tell it to be equal spaced, so many number of mullions, or panels. So you could say there's going to be 10 panels in that, or you could say every 5 feet stick one, or maximum of 5 feet, or you name it. And you could do the same with the horizontal. It said, well, every 8 feet I want you to put in a horizontal, or I want you to put 5 panels in that distance. So there's a lot of controls you have here. Since we've already specified exactly where we want them, we're going to ignore the vertical and horizontal grid.